The world is officially on notice because the Invictus Games Birmingham 2027 are not just coming to the United Kingdom, they are arriving with purpose, power, and a strategic vision that goes far beyond sport. With more than 550 competitors from over 25 nations preparing to gather in the West Midlands from July 10 to July 17, 2027, this will be one of the most significant global adaptive sporting events the UK has hosted in years. And at the center of it all stands Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, the founder whose vision continues to redefine how wounded, injured, and sick service personnel are seen by the world. This is not just about medals or podium finishes. It is about resilience. It is about recovery. It is about redefining strength. And now, with the launch of a major business engagement drive across the West Midlands, the Games are expanding into something even bigger, an economic and cultural catalyst that will place Birmingham firmly on the global stage. The organizing committee has made it clear that this is not a passive hosting opportunity. This is an invitation for businesses, entrepreneurs, and civic leaders to actively participate in shaping a legacy that will stretch far beyond a single week of competition. Through the Champions Program and strategic private sector partnerships, local small and medium enterprises are being encouraged to step forward, align with the Invictus mission, and take advantage of unprecedented global visibility. We are talking about exposure to international media, visiting dignitaries, corporate leaders, military communities, and audiences spanning continents. Birmingham will not just host athletes, it will host the world. And unlike many sprawling sporting events that scatter venues across regions, Invictus Birmingham 2027 will center activity around major hubs like the NEC campus and Sandwell Aquatic Center, creating a concentrated, immersive experience that benefits spectators and businesses alike. This centralized model strengthens commercial opportunity while keeping the focus exactly where it belongs, on the competitors and their journeys. What makes this moment especially powerful is that Invictus has never been about spectacle alone. The name itself, meaning unconquered, sets the tone. Prince Harry conceived the Games after witnessing the transformative power of adaptive sport during the Warrior Games in the United States, where he saw firsthand how competition could reignite confidence and purpose in wounded veterans. Instead of allowing injury or illness to define these men and women, Invictus reframes their stories around capability, determination, and camaraderie. That founding vision remains intact, but Birmingham 2027 is scaling it further by integrating economic empowerment into the equation. The business engagement drive is not just about sponsorship banners and logo placement. It is about embedding social impact into commercial participation. Companies are being asked to champion inclusion, break down stigma surrounding injury and mental health, and contribute to community initiatives that will support veterans long after the closing ceremony. This dual impact, economic and social, is precisely what makes Invictus different from traditional sporting events. It is sport as a vehicle for systemic change. It is commerce aligned with compassion. And in an era where corporate responsibility matters more than ever, businesses attaching themselves to Invictus are not just buying visibility, they are investing in values. For the West Midlands, a region already known for its industrial heritage and innovation, this represents a global showcase opportunity that money alone cannot manufacture. International attention will spotlight Birmingham's infrastructure, culture, hospitality, and entrepreneurial spirit. Hotels, restaurants, service providers, and creative industries will all feel the ripple effect. Private sector investment, already reaching into the millions, signals strong confidence in the game's impact and management. That confidence is not accidental. It is built on over a decade of successful Invictus events that have grown in scale and credibility. Each edition strengthens the brand's moral authority and global appeal. And while outside commentary sometimes tries to frame Prince Harry's public life through narrow or politicized lenses, Invictus stands as measurable, tangible proof of sustained leadership. The games are not theoretical, they are operational, expanding, and transforming lives. Birmingham 2027 will build on that legacy, proving once again that purpose-driven initiatives resonate louder than noise. As the countdown to July 2027 continues, the significance of this business engagement drive becomes even clearer because it signals that Invictus Birmingham is not simply preparing to host an event, it is constructing a movement rooted in collaboration between veterans, communities, and the private sector. The organizers have emphasized long-term legacy planning, ensuring that partnerships forged today extend beyond a week of competition and evolve into sustained programs benefiting service personnel and their families across the UK and internationally. This approach transforms Invictus from a sporting highlight into a socio-economic framework where recovery, employment, innovation, and inclusion intersect. For local businesses, the opportunity is layered. There is immediate exposure during the games, but there is also the chance to embed themselves into an international network that values resilience and leadership. Global audiences tuning in will not only witness athletic determination, they will witness Birmingham's capacity to host with excellence. Media coverage, digital campaigns, and cross-border engagement will amplify the city's brand, attracting tourism and investment long after the final medal is awarded. That ripple effect is precisely why major sporting events are often pursued aggressively by cities worldwide. Yet Invictus carries an added dimension of moral authority. The competitors are not professional athletes chasing endorsement deals. They are men and women who have served their countries and faced life-altering challenges. When they compete, they redefine victory. That authenticity is powerful, and brands aligning with it benefit from credibility that cannot be manufactured through traditional marketing. Prince Harry's continued involvement underscores that authenticity. From the inaugural games in 2014 to subsequent editions across the globe, he has consistently shown up, not as a distant figurehead, but as an engaged founder invested in the competitors' stories. Birmingham 2027 extends that continuity. Despite media narratives that often fixate on personal or royal controversies, Invictus operates on results. It delivers measurable social impact, global participation, and sustained expansion. The selection of Birmingham over competing bids demonstrates confidence in both the region and the game's leadership. Millions in private funding commitments further validate that confidence. Strategic communications campaigns are already building anticipation, highlighting athlete stories, community initiatives, and business partnerships. As momentum builds, one reality becomes undeniable. Invictus has evolved into a global platform that merges sport, diplomacy, commerce, and social healing. The West Midlands now stands at the intersection of that convergence. For young entrepreneurs watching, this is a masterclass in how purpose can drive economic activity. For veterans, it is a reminder that their service and sacrifice continue to matter on a global stage. For audiences worldwide, it is a story of perseverance that cuts across politics and headlines. And for Prince Harry, it reinforces a defining chapter of his public life, one rooted not in titles, but in tangible impact. The business engagement drive signals maturity and strategic foresight. It acknowledges that legacy is not accidental, it must be engineered. By inviting companies to become champions of inclusion and recovery, Invictus Birmingham 2027 is weaving economic vitality into its humanitarian mission. When July 2027 arrives and 550 competitors march into Birmingham representing more than 25 nations, the applause will echo beyond stadium walls. It will resonate through boardrooms, community centers, and households that recognize the transformative power of sport combined with purpose. That is the bigger story here. Not gossip, not speculation, but a growing international movement that continues to expand its reach and deepen its impact. Birmingham is preparing to host more than a games. It is preparing to host resilience itself.